I'm looking forward to this. I always like watching Kokusho's matches. They're always wild in some way or another.
He does a lot of really interesting stuff, and he's probably going to have to pull out the most interesting things he can do if he wants revenge here.
Right. With Slaking and Wheezing being somewhat predictable, it takes the rest of his team to try and make up for that, and he's done really well with that strat thus far, with just making that combination. It's a powerful combination, but yet even still somewhat easy to prep for. But the other two Pokemon on the team you have to look out for, because you never know what they're about to do.
He's used both Tapu Fini and Luxray pretty effectively alongside Slaking before.
Luxray is one of my favorite Pokemon, and learning it wasn't very competitively viable was like heartbreaking to me. But seeing Kokusho use it,
I mean, it's got a lot of really good stuff going for it. It gets intimidating, baby doll eyes. On top of having a very good attack stat, it can actually put in a lot of work. That's something that our league does with the draft, is some Pokemon you just never see in competitive use can perform really well.
You need a third commentator?
If you want to. We won't stop you.
Alright.
You want to tell them we're good to go?
Yeah, let's go for it.
So this is also a rematch.
Right.
Because during the main part of the season, Cramgoose actually beat Kokusho, one of Kokusho's few losses this season. So we're starting with interesting Luxray and Slaking, which I guess the first turns Wheezing doesn't need to be out, so makes sense.
Pretty normal for Kokusho.
Mm-hmm. Let's see if the Whimsicott lives past turn 1 this time.
Whimsicott's got some interesting moves that could do some things, I think, in this battle.
Not seeing a whole lot of nicknames. We've got just last name Terry, and Winston. So yeah, both of those. For some reason, I just thought Winston was the name because I'm so used to seeing it.
Here's the Tailwind.
He's Max Phantasm, dropping that defense stat even through the...
And the light screen.
Ooh, light screen.
Here comes the Wheezing.
Now, I'm not too familiar. Does Cramgoose usually run Aegislash's physical or special, or do you think he mixes it up a bit?
He hasn't used it much since he got it late in the season, but I think the few times he has used it, he's used it special. I seem to remember using Flash Cannon and Shadow Ball, maybe.
With the attack drops and the light screen up, there's not much it can do either way.
Yeah, I mean, I would assume it's special for the Wheezing, right? Wheezing's defense is way higher than
either one. Their special defense is worse than their physical defense.
Ooh, Charm.
Getting that Charm off is going to be pretty big.
That'll help.
And Slaking's... I won't say he's wasted 2 turns of Dynamax, but he hasn't managed to do much. And now he's kind of neutered.
There may not be any reason for Wheezing to stick around, except for maybe to stop any beat-up shenanigans.
Whimsicott can get beat up?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's like the whole combo here.
I was looking around for beat up Pokemon when I got Lucario, so I must have missed Whimsicott. Although, of course, I wouldn't have been able to get him anyway.
I'd have given you a good deal on Cottony.
Shopping around.
Of course, the thing I would have wanted for Cottony was probably Lucario anyway. Kind of defeats the purpose.
So what do we think's gonna happen here? A Dynamax Terrakion?
With
think that could
Slacking
definitely
being in the
happen.
position it's in, we might see him pull it or Weezing out and bring Luxray back in for another Intimidate.
That would have to be the Weezing slot. I mean, Slacking at -2 is probably not doing much.
That's true. I could see him switching out either one at this point, even though the Slaking's Dynamax. Okay.
Ooh, Sash.
Sash.
Whimsicott gonna beat up the Weezing? Nope.
It's going to charm the Slaking further so it can't even kill a Whimsicott.
Losing speed.
Strange Steam. That has a secondary effect, but I forget what it is.
Confusion, I
Confusion.
believe.
Oh, okay. Didn't work.
So
I'm glad that
one
Slacking sticks around now.
yeah.
Sure.
Is there a potential double switch here?
Quite possibly. We still don't know what his fourth is.
I mean, preserving the Weezing will buy you an extra turn for Slacking later in the game. You also
Mhm.
intimidate on the Terrakion. Although you probably need to kill Whimsicott so he doesn't get a second Tailwind.
True. So Slacking is definitely faster than Terrakion right now, but oh wait, is it? Oh, the Tailwind, right? I always forget that. Even with the minus speed.
I'm
So no switching there.
kind of surprised the Max Knuckle killed. Only like base 80 or 90.
Base, if it's off of close combat, it's base 90.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess it is stab and
Super effective, and he wasn't Dynamaxed, so he doesn't have the bulk he usually has.
That's what we usually see on Slacking is the Dynamax health bar.
Unfortunately, he doesn't get the Intimidate from Luxray since Weezing's out there, but he could pull Weezing out to pop it.
I imagine Whimsicott Tailwinds here again.
There's no reason not to.
Probably another.
It's
max
free at this
switch.
point. He just
He
doesn't.
didn't do it.
Well, neutralizing gas, no prankster.
Ah, that's true.
Oh, that's true. I hadn't considered that. It's always easy to forget about Tailwind and
So Volley,
neutralizing gas both.
Volley Dragon. That's interesting.
I didn't know the dragon one was blue.
I'm not
We
sure.
can still Valley form.
Kramgers doesn't have any dragons, so I'm not really sure. I mean, I guess the resistances are really nice.
Yeah, it resists grass moves from Shaman, the fire
Water.
moves from Rotom Heat, water moves from Lapras, although it has ice.
Yeah.
Maybe he was saving it for some switch-ins.
I was kind of, well, yeah. I guess I would have kind of expected maybe Ghost for the Terrakion, Max Knuckles, and maybe for Smack and Age Slash.
Not to mention Dragon, Fire Fang, hits a lot of things on his team neutrally. Although,
Yeah.
not Aegislash.
Nope.
I think he was hoping for the paralysis to proc there. But yeah, so that's game 1.
And we didn't see the 4th Pokemon for Cramgoose.
He likes to pack that Lapras in the back, so
Yeah,
Bulky
kinda-
monster.
was. Knowing that the Silvally is Dragon, probably not a ton of reason to bring Rotom. I guess maybe for the Feeny, but Shaman probably deals with it better. It's faster. Seed Flare is a crazy move.
if you can hit it.
Yeah, well, that's usually a good thing. You just
Another thing sorry, go ahead.
no, go ahead.
Another thing we saw is that Aegislash was running Shadow Sneak, so he doesn't necessarily mean it's a physical Aegislash, but with that priority, you might be running that in this case.
I think the fact that he left it in after an Intimidate leads me to believe that it might be special.
Okay, that might
Maybe he just got the priority.
Although he did switch it out eventually into something else. I don't know.
The Shadow Sneak may be just to pick up Sash kills. Which, knowing that it's on Weezing, is pretty nice.
That gives you free reign for anything else.
Yeah. So we gonna see anything change?
I think knowing that there's a quick charm on that Whimsicott is going to hold Slacking back a lot from making an appearance in this game.
Yeah, but if Slacking's not there, there's not a lot of damage output on Kokosho's side. Like maybe Silvally, but multi-attack is physical as well.
Physical, right.
Charm is not going to help. So he's kind of got Feeny, which, I mean, doesn't have great special attack, but it's a good
I can see a slow game going on here.
A Dusknoir, maybe a Trick Room. He's not really got anything really slow, though. There's no Escavalier. Dusknoir is going to be physical as well. Charm kind of just shuts most of Kokosho's team down.
Luxray can be really slow, but I'm not sure if that's what it didn't seem like he was running that last game.
Yeah, but it's like base 70-some, maybe 80. And I'm sure Lapras is slower and Aegislash is slower.
I'm not sure how slow he really needs to be. If he knows his opponent's going to Tailwind, then...
That's true. That's true. He's gonna have to try. He probably needs to lead the Weezing to try to kill the Whimsicott before it charms everything.
Or at least a first turn switch.
Right.
Yeah.
He could lead Luxray and then immediately swap it for the Weezing so that he's got both Intimidate and Neutralizing Gas out first turn.
Nope.
Alright, we're sticking with the same lead, except on Cramgoose's side we have Shaman out this time. Interesting change there.
So I think these naturally outspeed both of these Pokemon, so there's not a reason to Tailwind right away. Could we just see a fake Tears Seed Flare into the Slacking?
Who's faster between Slaking and... Okay, Whimsicott's still faster even without Prankster.
Whimsicott and Shaman are both very fast.
Yeah, they outspeed Kokosho's entire team. Probably Noivern was probably the only thing that was close. And it's not here, so...
He was never planning on outspeeding, it seems.
Yeah, but I mean, in this case, you don't even need the tailwind.
We could even see a Shaman Dynamax, and it could airstream the Slaking for speed control instead of going for a tailwind.
Yeah, max airstream after a fake tears would do a lot of damage to Slaking.
If not, just wipe it out immediately.
Yeah, I don't think we saw the item on Slaking, did we? It wasn't Life Orb, and it got one shot by a Max Knuckle. Could also see him swap in the Terrakion with a beat up, but that's kind of risky. Might just see the charm on the Slaking and Shaman do some Shaman things. Shaman could set Tailwind.
That's also true.
There's no shame in that. I'm sorry.
But apparently some socks. So
Big socks.
I'm gonna chalk this one up to Kokusho not having nicknames. So this is gonna be why he loses.
There's definitely a disadvantage at play here.
It's pretty big.
It's like a Paul versus Ash showdown. Paul may have done all the calculations to get the best Pokemon, but Ash has got the spirit and the love for his Pokemon.
Yep, there's the charm.
The nicknames are winning this
Earth
game.
Power. That's interesting. And an Ice Punch, which doesn't even kill despite the quad weakness. That's unfortunate. I think the change in lead, I think that really might mean that Aegislash is physical this time around. But I don't know. We may never even find that out.
He may not have even brought it.
And he got the Spadef drop on Luxray, so now he doesn't even need to run Earth Power again.
Well, he does because the light's green.
Oh, true, yeah.
But it should.
The light screen and the special defense drop should cancel each other out.
So an Earth Power will kill. Although we'll probably see a Weezing swap in, unless you want to just let Slaking Truant again.
I mean, if you Earth Power into that slot, the Weezing swap in's not a bad deal, because you're going to be hitting it really hard.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, Kokusho's in a really tough spot. Like, he's going to lose a turn with Slaking, or have Weezing take a shitload of damage, probably pop it to Sash. Yeah.
Tapu Fini doesn't want to walk in on these two grass types. Potentially see a switch into the here.
Thinking that slot, but this is still a dead Luxray. Oh, low roll.
Just enough.
Low roll.
And then the Tailwind. Critical hit probably didn't matter.
So we'll see the Slaking come back, but the Tailwind is up.
Right. So
we'll still see it.
Right, the charm's still coming out.
If he's got Terrakion or Aegislash, we could potentially see just the Dynamax Max Quake again.
If only Galar Weezing could learn Crafty Shield.
It doesn't?
I had to look it up after like a couple of matches ago, but pretty sure like only Cofagrigus and Klefki, like one other Pokemon get it.
Yeah,
it's such a niche move that
it's a fairy move, so I wasn't sure if he might, but
I honestly hope that move gets more I don't know, usage in Scarlet and Violet. So I think that could definitely change a lot of strategies we see in this league.
Yeah, I imagine the distribution will increase. They kind of like to, hey, here's a signature move, and then the next generation it's still there, and then the next one, everything gets it.
Right. The Crafty Shield was introduced to Gen 6.
Yeah, that's why he's 3 gens old and they got to keep a signature move. It might be holding it forever.
Right.
Maybe no. Wow.
It was Klefki's signature move at first.
Right.
And then Cofagrigus got it next gen, but then that was pretty much it. Runerigus got it in Gen 8, but yeah. Just a weird move. I'd love to see more of it.
Game Freak balance right there at its finest.
But yeah, it's such a good counter to Prankster.
So, Kokusho's up 4-3, but I feel like he's not at the same time.
Yeah, he's not in a good position here.
Luxray's going to come out for more attack drops, and he's going to Dynamax the Slaking.
We're gonna get a charm. Yeah.
I'm going to charm that, and he's going to try and kill the Winston, but man, Winston still survives.
So now he's got to swap the Weezing back in, which will get max quaked, and the hail will kill unless Slaking can change the weather. I don't know.
Prankster Charm is no joke.
He's at -1 attack. Maybe a max quake doesn't bring Weezing to Sash. It's got a lot of defense. We still haven't seen the Dynamax though from Cram Goose.
Yeah, that's not a good position to be in. Honestly, a max strike might have done more than the Whimsicott. Than the
Yeah.
super effective move.
Stab. Well, I don't know.
Because hail hurts everyone, but the speed drop would help him more.
There's still 2 turns of Tailwind though. Like this, next turn I would think a strike would help, but you could just see the Slacking go to -4 again here, and I don't know if Dynamaxing the Slacking was a good idea with the
I'm not
wind.
sure if that was the play.
Yeah,
Nick.
well, it didn't kill. Even-
I wouldn't have it. Max
Yeah.
strike. Winston's dead.
There's still 1 Tailwind, but he can protect the Weezing this turn or Intimidate cycle again. The Dynamax is staggered, so he could just max guard King Shield, but then he loses the Tailwind.
Honestly,
The speed drop on
in this situation, I'd
Terrakion, I
consider.
don't think he wants to lose the Tailwind. I think he needs to take out
Quake
the Weezing
them.
or the Slacking right now if he wants a shot at it.
Yeah,
Switching back in.
-2.
Max Knuckle. That's not going to kill at -2.
No. Brings Terry back
Max
up.
strike. He's dropping the speed even further, just to make sure. But with that, both of them not in a very good attack position.
We could see him pull Slacking back out.
Yeah, and there's no charm to reset the attack, and Terrakion's at -2 speed, which is the most threatening thing to Slacking. Yeah,
Aegislash isn't too good here either. With Shadow Sneak though, that's fine.
well, this will put him back to neutral attack, and
The Slacking
You
won't
can't.
have its Dynamax, so it could be taken out pretty quickly.
Tapu Fini's coming out this time.
also Slacking may not have a good move into Aegislash. We've seen Strike and Ice, right?
I think he used Ground on
Did he-
Aegislash when he switched in. Before.
Did he max Quake? I must have missed that.
Maybe I'm wrong. What did he do turn 1 last game?
All we've seen this game is
Oh, he has
been the-
Max Phantasm
Yeah, so he's got a ghost move.
for the defense drops as well.
Okay. Yeah.
So what's Slaking going to do here?
Bad.
Okay, double. And he's going to get the attack drop. Ooh, that's unfortunate. At the very least, Tapu Fini can still take care of the Terrakion, hopefully. Although at the +1 special defense, maybe not.
If he scalds and gets a burn, well, he won't be able to burn with Misty Terrain.
That's true.
I don't know. I guess Steel is neutral on Fini, so. But we don't know if Aegislash is physical or special. and it's got special defense boost.
And an attack boost.
King Shield is like protect, right? So he can't spam it
Right.
unless he wants to get lucky.
Ghost is ultra neutral, so the Tapu Fini might be in a bad spot with a +1. If he is attack invested, especially.
Yeah, it's gonna hurt quite a bit. Because he's probably special. Oh.
Blast.
Yeah, that's a kill. Flash cannon, special.
Okay, so it is special. That answers that.
Well, he's gonna King Shield here, so Slacking's gonna lower his attack again.
Unless he decides to do something else this turn.
If he has another move, right?
Right. Nope.
Yeah.
Could he be running a choice item?
Maybe.
Obviously not choice scarf, otherwise he would have outsped earlier, but
Well, it basically just comes down to how much damage this Aegis Slash can take and do to a Fini. If it kills Fini, I think it just wins because
for
it can
sure.
call out the Truant.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, with King's Shield and Truant out there, he's pretty much turned this into a 1v1 already.
Yeah. Ooh, okay.
They protected the Fini this turn, expecting it.
Well,
With
gonna-
staggered protection,
like I said before, it's gonna turn into a long game.
0v0.
yeah.
Ain't nobody moving.
See you all in 30 minutes. Okay, we're just gonna trade protects here until Slaking can't move anymore.
Unfortunately, I
Oh,
think
boy.
King Shield probably got the lower PP here, so stalling out isn't a bad plan for Kokusho.
With
If he
Truant.
gets a burn here, that would be nice. Prevent Shadow Sneak from doing, although I guess he's just sticking with Flash.
Actually, I
Cannon for
guess
now.
Protect and King Shield have the same amount of PP,
Yeah.
so I retract my previous statement.
This is gonna go on for a minute.
But Slacking.
He's
Not-
being unable to attack here.
So I don't know if Shadow Sneak will kill. It depends on his set. With no investment, Shadow Sneak could do 18 to 20%, depending on the sets.
It's unfortunate he didn't get the burn there. I think that might have been his last chance.
Yeah, Shadow Sneak might kill if he's got some investment. And that would pretty much seal the game, I think.
I think he's going to stick with Flash Cannon since he's slower. It allows him to tank the Scald
It allows him to
better.
be in the correct position at all times, the correct form at all times.
Because if Fini survives a Shadow Sneak, then the Scald's going to do a lot more.
Here,
If he's
we're
in the
lucky,
super form.
lucky the Fini doesn't have Calm Mind to Calm Mind on the Slacking's turns that it can move.
sure.
Don't give him ideas.
Well, maybe he'll lose and I won't have to worry about that. Because that was my fear, looking at fighting him.
Okay. This
Yeah.
is the game. So, have any of you guys been playing Xenoblade Chronicles 3? Might as well talk about something else while we wait this out.
I haven't picked it up. I haven't played any of them.
I never
I
finished Xenoblade 1, and I never finished Xenoblade 2.
Those games are admittedly hard to finish. They're just such a time sink, and if something else comes out in the middle of while you're playing it, then it's like
Like, I feel
easy
like I
distraction.
could pick up Xenoblade 3 and have a good time with it, but I'll probably never finish it. I mean, Xenoblade X is probably one of my favorite games of all times, and it took me 4 years to beat that.
Yeah, I took me a while to beat that one too, but that one's actually my least favorite of the Xenoblades. um,
So,
but yeah, it's not that it's bad.
are we just?
Yep.
Are they just gonna PP stall out King's Shield?
I think that's what we're doing here.
I mean, Slacking's at -6 attack. I'd probably just go for.
I wonder if anyone's going to try the duck season, rabbit season play. Where they just break the pattern just to confuse you.
Like maybe well, if he protects, it won't matter if he shadow sneaks. Problem is, if he breaks the pattern,
It puts
Right.
Data Slash at a disadvantage.
yeah,
Maybe he's trying to get him to target Slacking with a flash cannon by conditioning him into protecting every other turn.
maybe. I mean, at this point, it would make sense if
Wait, did
Aegis
he target?
smacked him. He hasn't attacked Slacking once.
Okay.
I think that's what I would try. Probably, I would probably flash cannon the Slacking because you can't play your flash cannon PP. We've seen its whole moveset: Shadow Sneak, King Shield, Flash Cannon, Shadow Ball. He can only hit Slacking with Flash Cannon.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, now he's switching to Shadow Ball to try and save the PP on Flash Cannon.
Yeah, so here he needs to Flash Cannon the Slacking. Nope, not doing it.
Because he knows the one turn he decides to do that is the turn Tapu Fini decides to attack.
I mean, he'll still be in this right form, but
For sure. But if he gets the Scald Burn, he's going to be in a bad position.
I mean, he's special though. Flash Cannon, Shadow Ball. The burn's not going to matter.
Right, but the chip damage on it for this
Yeah.
Protect stalling will...
Let's see. Yeah, that's the
Oh, there
play.
it goes. There
Yeah.
it goes. He finally attacked the Slaking.
Now you King Shield. And I would probably attack the Fini again.
Just go right back to business as usual.
Yeah, because you got to think maybe Kokosho will change it now that you've changed it. All it'll take is one crit from the Slaking. If this goes too much longer, I'll have to dip out. Big brain turn right here. There's the burn. Did he kill the Fini? No. Ugh.
But now the Finny's in Shadow Sneak range.
Yeah. So you King Shield. Oh man. He can still just protect the Fini. The Fini, all it needs to do is just spam protect now, right? He's got 4 turns he's got to get through.
How long have I been muted? There we go.
A minute.
Whoops. That's what it is. I have the M key, so when I typed "I'm awake" earlier, it muted me. The M key.
Interesting.
So,
I think Goose loses.
it's gonna be tight.
Because Fini either protects and you don't kill it, or he just kills you when you kill the Slaking.
I mean,
He only got
mathematically, he just doesn't have a reason not to click Protect on Finny.
Yeah.
Like, you just spam Protect from here on out, and if it works, you win. If it doesn't work, you win.
Well, you outspeed too, so I mean, he's gonna Shadow Ball, or he's gonna Flash Cannon the Slaking to kill it. Well, yes. Well, I don't know. He's only got 3 turns, so next turn he has to King Shield.
There's an end in sight. There's a light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah. So Slaking either dies here and Feeney kills, or Feeney protects and Aegislash has a chance with Shadow Sneak. I think you always attack with Feeney.
Which one's Cloak Shadow?
Well, I don't know. This is a mind game for sure.
This is a whole lot.
Taking some. Doesn't he just destroy him?
I think Feeney's safe play is protect, which means Aegislash should flash cannon the slacking, and then you just gotta hope for.
Then you just spam
Double.
Shadow Sneak and hope that the protect fails once.
Yeah. Because if Feeney attacks and you Shadow Sneak the Feeney, you kill it, and then Slaking's Truant and you win. Yeah, this is a 50-50.
So close.
Somebody's got to toss a coin.
I was about to say, we might not make it to game 3.
Yeah,
Oh, there it is.
yeah. He should have Shadow Sneak. Game 3.
That was a load of mind games there. Now we go to game 3. Hopefully game 3 isn't 28 turns.
Wait, I'm in German.
Yeah, I gotta hop out the commentary so somebody else can hop in, but I'll keep watching.
Okie doke. Oh boy.
All right, it all comes down to this.
There we go.
And after the slow end of that last game, I think we're all ready to see some action.
Absolutely. Now, I kind of zoned out for a bit, but what do we think? If we remember what the leads were from last game, from however long ago that was,
It's been 3,000 years.
what lead are we expecting this time? He may just lead Luxray Slaking again, but it doesn't seem that that's been working out for him very well.
I mean,
If
Coach
Weezing is
usually
tracking a
sticks
poison
to his
move, he
leads.
might do
doesn't
something
change them
about.
up a whole lot.
Right.
But we could see something entirely different from Cram Goose.
That's also true. We haven't seen Lapras, we haven't seen Rotom. Ooh, we're seeing Dusknoir this time. Risk.
Metal
So,
Coat.
Winston has a Focus Sash, so it doesn't die turn 1. Metal Coat. Metal Coat. Should boost Steel type moves? That's
Yep.
why he kept using Flash Cannon instead of Shadow Ball. I guess because he wants to hit Flaking harder.
I'm not sure Dusknoir is really doing a whole lot for Kokusho in this position.
The even if he can set up Trick Room, he might just die to a Shadow Ball.
I mean, he's fairly bulky, he's got really good defenses, and he's got decent attacks, so he could probably kill the Aegislash if the Aegislash attacks it. But I'm not sure that that's what he'd be going for.
We can guess that the other two are Flaking and Weezing, but can't always be sure of that. Ooh, yeah, it is pretty bulky. And it's got Trick Room set up. Whimsicott. Wow. He was prepared.
How bold.
that's a strong. I didn't even know Whimsicott got a Trick Room.
If it's a move you would ever want Whimsicott to have, it gets it.
Right?
Just an insane Pokemon. What a move to look at two slow Pokemon in the face and be like, yeah, I'm clicking Trick Room. Terry has dreamed of this moment.
He's waiting for this. That's such a hard counter. We never even knew his fourth move until now.
I mean, you gotta have some balls to do that, but...
Right, it had -6 priority as opposed to -7. And there goes the Dusknoir. That's unfortunate. Sonaro, that's a good move.
Lowers the Aegislash's special attack.
With the light screen up too.
At this point, has Aegislash done its job? Can it just go home?
It might just. Now Weezing's out here with the neutralizing gas. I could potentially see him switching Weezing out immediately, just so he can get another Intimidate drop. Well, no, not here.
I mean, the Intimidate doesn't really help him here. He's looking at two not physical
Special
attackers.
Although he may switch out the Aegislash into Terrakion this turn. So not the Aegislash. Flash Cannon. Wow, he really wants to kill that thing.
Great switch.
Yeah. And then the crit on the Terrakion as though it mattered. I was about to say he didn't get a justified boost, but yeah, the
Weezing
neutralizing gas
just ruins everything.
I guess it doesn't cancel out stance change.
Form changing abilities can't be cancelled by any means.
Right, that wouldn't make sense anyway.
However, I do believe that it would stop Mimikyu's disguise, because technically the ability itself isn't the form change. Just a little trivia for you.
Thunderwave. So, even in Tailwind...
The Tailwind and the Paralysis cancel each other out, speed-wise.
Right, but Slaking is still slower. He's doing the late... Paralysis is no good, but the extra attack there. Anyway, this is at least shaping up to be a more interesting game.
Oh, for sure.
I could see Weezing switching into Slaking here. That way we can get another Intimidate proc.
The Intimidate only brings the Terrakion back to neutral, so it's still hitting really hard.
That's true. If he uses another Max Fighting, which he likely will.
If he Max Fightings into that Weezing slot and he switches the Slacking in, it'll kill.
Yeah. And even if he doesn't, it'll still kill at that range, the Weezing. Not a good spot to be in either way.
Cook's just going to have to hope for some paralysis luck here.
Sure, the yellow magic does a lot of work. Okay.
Ah, he doesn't even have Slacking. He's got
Oh.
Tapu Fini.
Tapu Fini, which will tank the Max Knuckle easily.
But he does get another attack boost. Or he gets his attack boost back.
But he's Volt switching out the Luxray, which means he can bring it back in again.
The Tailwind is gone, so Terrakion is at a big disadvantage here now.
And I think we see it Max Fini this turn for sure. I think we see Winston coming back in as well to set up Tailwind again.
Yeah, if he doesn't put that Tailwind back up, Terrakion's probably toast.
No slacking. One of these days, I'm gonna have a match where I don't bring Volcanion.
Seems like my match with Griff where I just didn't bring Darkrai.
So we see the Shaman come out. Shaman can also Tailwind, so
They could Tailwind or could Seed Flare the Fini for really big damage. Although with the
you
special
might not want
defense
to max
boost,
the Fini now here.
with the special defense boost, and with Fini's natural good special defense, it probably takes the Seed Flare, especially if it's Dynamaxed.
Right.
But Seed Flare also has a chance to drop special defense by 2 stages, which could really hurt Fini, even without the massive damage the 2 special defense drops,
Oof.
which we see it get.
Right. Don't you see it get there? Ooh, it got poisoned though. A crit from the Max Geyser. I don't think that mattered. But that poison definitely mattered. That's crazy.
What an unfortunate turn of events.
That's a very unfortunate turn of events for Cram Goose. The beginning was really solid. I don't think Winston stands up to this.
No.
Man, that Weezy with the with the misty terrain surfing, it's shockingly fast. Yeah, it did come down to status effects in one way. Although I think in game 2 the Scald Burn was pretty much expected at that point. He'd used it 3 times and not gotten it.
Yeah.
But the Sludge Bomb poison was just, that was critical.
Looks like we've got a few other people wanting to battle. Do we think we have time for interviews, or?
Hey, I've actually got to do my battle. Skern just messaged me. In a little bit.
Well, it looks like
what I was going to do for that,
Linos and
'cause it's been a
Shadowman
couple
are
of
getting
days.
ready to hop into a battle, so.
Alright. Guess we'll leave it here. Coco Show continues. Since this isn't round 1, since this isn't round 2 of the playoffs.
Yeah, he's got to fight D Skinner next, so.
Oh wow, that's gonna be.
Those are going to be some good
That's gonna
games,
be
I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, that's for sure. That one's got to be commentated for sure. All right, I guess we'll leave it there.
Pretty well played from both sides.
Well, yeah, well played.
Other than that stretch at the end of Game 2, that was real exciting.
That was lame. All right.
Jesus, those games.